Hello everybody, thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. My name is David. This is part 2 of my Q&A video where I am answering questions you guys asked from last week's video. And go down below and ask me new questions and I'll answer them in next Monday's video. We do this every Monday, okay? The next question from Black Cat, Florida. Will the hoovering end when I find a new boyfriend? Probably not. You might just need to have him move in with you guys. That might be the easiest thing. It might just be easier. I'm just kidding. Will it end? How would I know, right? But I know what you're asking. Like typically, does it seem to end when you're with someone else? And I don't know. But I will tell you that most of the hoovering I do know is done to people when they're single. So maybe that is something. Maybe they do stop when you start dating somebody else. That would make sense to me. That would make sense to you. But hoovering doesn't make sense in the first place, so who knows, right? I mean, why hoover somebody you used to date? That's the oddest thing in the world to me. I wouldn't want anything to do with people I've dated. Unless I kept them in my life as a friend since then. Like, why would you go back? Weird. I've never even been to a high school reunion. Especially with Facebook, somebody I want to talk to, what's up? Hey, But, yeah, that's just weird. So maybe you're onto something. Maybe there's something there. Maybe, because that's usually borderline that does this. Maybe they finally accept, that it's over. I don't know. I would imagine that would raise the stakes with them. You know what I mean? I imagine they'd say, well, because let me tell you, all these disorders, you guys, there's no connection between disorder and consciousness. Okay? There's no connection between these things or intelligence. So they can sit down with you and they can watch my videos and understand what they do. They could say, oh yeah, I do that. Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yep. But oh well, they'll just blame you. So I would see how that would tend to slow down or stop, minimize, or end when you are with someone else. Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't heard, and like I said, what I do know is I definitely get less people in relationships, very few, saying I'm still being hoovered. But I still get it. But it is definitely more when they're single. Yeah. Reality check. Where are you? Reality check. A baby is crying because his own needs aren't met because his mother physically can't meet them anymore for whatever reason. Is this like the narcissist, or do they do it for entertainment? Well, it's kind of like a narcissist. I mean, a narcissist is going to keep crying for attention no matter what. A narcissist needs constant attention, okay? It's different than like what a borderline needs. A borderline needs constant attention too, but to be reassured and not leave me and all these things. But a narcissist just wants attention, So they'll keep crying for attention, sure. Even if you can't do it anymore, they'll keep crying. And then they'll devalue you because you can't do it anymore. So the baby would devalue his mother and say, oh, if hypothetical situation if they're grown up, but it's like the narcissist. They'll keep crying for attention even if you can't physically do it anymore. And once you can't do it anymore, they'll abuse you or they move on. They'll discard you like a piece of garbage. Yeah, not worth anything to me anymore. Move on to the next. Go find myself a new mom. Right? Hope that helps. Hope that was kind of what your question was. And let us know where you are next time. Okay? Nikki Smith, Colorado. After 1 year, my ex-narcissist is still contacting me outside of our child's visitation terms. He is not respecting his restraining order I have on him. He told child services I need to be investigated for something. Will this ever stop? Have you ever seen nonstop vengeance? Yes, I have seen nonstop. But Nikki, remind yourself, okay? It's been 1 year. On a disordered calendar, that ain't shit. Okay? He has children with you. He's got ties with you. This is going to continue most likely for a while. But let me tell you something, Nikki. This does stop. okay? Let me tell you what these people do usually when you share children with them, okay? When the relationship ends and you guys have children, just remember something. That most of what happens is about you, okay? Most of what happens is because you left them and the relationship is over and stuff like that. So, no. So, you know, the reason he's doing this is because of you. So he is trying to abuse you, trying to make you feel like shit. He's trying to get attention and energy off you. All these things he's trying to do is because of you, not the children. So once you stop, once all the attention stops, once he gets nothing from you anymore, which maybe he's not, that eventually stops, okay? And the attention towards the children eventually stops. Usually they stop seeing the children as much, okay? I hope that helps, Nikki. Lou Baker from Europe. Why do narcissists like kinky fetish sex? Well, they don't love. They don't have compassion. They don't have these things. There's no intimacy. There's no connection with a narcissist, okay? So it's just sex. If it's a borderline, then everything's intense. So the sex is super intense, and I love you so much, and let's be together forever, and it's you and me against the world, and I won't leave you for anything, and I'll kill someone for you. Oh, just fuck me, you know? It's just crazy, crazy, intense. But then the narcissist, it's like just a porn star. You know, press play, stop. It's over, right? So, and it might be kinky and fetish, okay? Jennifer from the United States of America. Hello, Jennifer. Can you comment about narcissists and gifts? It's either nothing or make a big show to others. Yeah, I've talked about this a lot. And, I mean, this makes sense, you guys. They're all about themselves, right? They aren't going to ever want to give you a gift. And even borderlines, narcissists, all these people don't give gifts. But they can be completely generous only if they're going to get something in return. So I've talked about, like, the guy who just helps everybody, and everybody thinks he's great, but you know he's a fucking sociopath or something, narcissist. He's doing it for ego. Okay, if he can afford it, give it away. It makes me look like a great person. Nobody wants to be a bad person. This makes up for the bad person I am. Everybody's going to think I'm great in case I'm ever exposed. This just makes me feel like I'm good. I need my ego brushed and kissed and loved. I need all this stuff all the time. I'm helping people. I'm a good person. Or I'm just going to give you something for something in return. So find out what that is. They obviously want something from you if they give you a present. It's just to keep the relationship going. I like this relationship so far. I like what I get out of it. I'm going to give you a gift on Christmas so you don't leave. Rocio Velasquez from Argentina. Hola, Rocio. Can you talk about how to deal with narcissists at your current job and how to avoid narcissists at new potential jobs? Sure. I just kind of did how you deal with narcissists at work. So we don't react, we don't fight, okay? But we don't blow things up either. So if it's small, keep it small and deal with it. If it's big, you go to your superior. You deal with it the right way. You never deal with a coworker this way, okay? You know right away if it's going to be resolved with a coworker. You know if you want it resolved and they're not working with you, there's no use trying. Okay? This isn't a love relationship. You aren't friends. You go there to make money. So go there and make your money and fuck this person. Fuck that person. Fuck the person behind you. Fuck all of them in there. You're leaving at 8 o'clock. Who cares? Okay? How do you deal with them? Document everything. Record it. Get proof. Bring it to the attention of your superior. But it has to be something significant. Don't just say they keep looking at me weird. Okay? If they keep looking at you weird, look back at them weird. You know, whatever. Figure out how to work this out. This is about social skills as well, okay? Think about how to work this out socially before you have to go and make a huge fucking deal out of it, because they're all about that, right? They don't care. They're used to losing their jobs and having, be into shit with people, and they would love to cause you problems and get you fired, you know? So be careful. Be careful, you guys. Remember what I said. And I've ran businesses. I've had huge staff. And I'm telling you, when one person causes a problem, they're out of there. That's just the way you have to deal with it. Okay? If one person came to me and said, this person's doing this, 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 and this, and I don't see it, what am I supposed to do? I can't fire him. Right? I have to see it. Document it. Get proof. If there's no proof, don't bother. Quit. Okay? Jason from Wisconsin. 2 questions. My ex had weird relationship with her 16-year-old son. She would kiss him on the lips, and then you discussed some situation about she was in the bathroom and you were knocking on the door and she was saying, oh, you know, honey, is that you? Is that you? To her son, and she opens the door. Oh, it's not you. Okay, never mind. I mean, and you're kind of wondering if there's something weird going on there. Well, first of all, yes, they're weird. So there's always something weird going on. There's a weird situation. There's always something weird between them and their children. She will not let him be autonomous. She will keep him close to her. She will say inappropriate things, do inappropriate stuff. And yes, sex among the family is common. I don't think that's going on. Usually it isn't, but it is common for a weird relationship to occur. This is not a mother-child relationship. Never. They either end up being friends or they abuse the living hell out of them. They say and do inappropriate stuff. Second question. Her son has been contacting me for the last 6 months. Do you think his mother knows? Her son has been contacting me for the last 6 months. Do you think her mother knows? I would have no idea, Jason. I'm sorry. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess on most of these questions, but this one, I don't know. Probably. You'd be amazed at what these people know, because they're sick too. I bet his mother's sick too. So probably knows. Jody Scopaletti from Australia. Hello, Jody. I have to testify against my ex-narcissist for the physical abuse. My son witnessed it as well. He was 15 then, and he now is 16. Am I selfish for letting him testify? Jody, this is a touchy situation, and I always say I don't tell people what to do with their children. You're his mother, this is up to you. He is a minor, so you're in charge whether he testifies or not. So, I'm thinking out loud and letting you know how I'm thinking, what I'm thinking about this. So, you've got you have a 16-year-old son now. I remember when I was 16, I was pretty tough, and I testified against people when I was younger. I was in court about stuff with my parents and stuff like that, and it's horrible. But at that age, you're a lot older, you can handle it. My point is if he experienced this already, you know, and he's okay, he can probably talk about it, although it will be triggering for him. So the important thing, Jody, is to discuss this with him wholeheartedly. I mean, really make sure he tells you the truth about how he feels. Because the something I'll tell you about a 16-year-old boy is we want to protect our mother at all costs. We want to protect our mother. So he may not want to do this, but he may be doing this for you. So get to the truth, okay? You let him know he does not have to do this. Because my feeling is he doesn't. My feeling is the court probably doesn't need him to do this. And also, ask about a written testimony. Ask the court if he can just write it. A lot of times they will accept written testimony if it was written in front of someone in the courts. Okay? I hope that helps. And good luck. I'm sorry. Nanal. I hope I'm saying that right. And I'd love to know where you're from. If my ex-narcissist told me about his new fiancée, did he tell her about me? Obviously, I wouldn't know. Probably. This is what borderlines do. They talk about their exes, and then they go back to their exes and talk about the current one, and they get everybody involved, right? So now you have you, the current one, the future one, the old one before you, all the communication with them. And they're saying, oh, this person's treating me bad. I know I want to leave them, but I can't leave them. What should I do? And that person's saying, make sure you just leave them. They're so bad for you. Oh, I will. And then she's done. And this person, oh, I want to be with you, but I should leave this person. This person's harassing me, and this person's hurting me. And everybody's involved, massive energy, and they're all getting attention, and nothing ever changes. Borderline. Just trying to help you guys discover what borderline is, because they really fuck this up. And if you feel really crazy, you need to know that your ex is a borderline, not just some narcissist. Okay? Borderlines to me can be the worst. worst. Don't look at borderline and think it's innocent, nothing. Okay? Even if they have a little empathy, even if they have a little remorse, they are nasty. They are the most toxic, vile people you'll ever be around sometimes. Some of them. Huge spectrum. I know beautiful borderline people. I know some borderlines that are just beautiful. Beautiful. Okay? But these people I know have worked on themselves. They're not abusive, and they understand what abuse is, and they won't accept it from anybody else, and they would never do it to anyone else. Borderlines that abuse, narcissists that abuse, they know they're doing it. They don't care. Okay? So you talk about the victim personality of the narcissist. How about if they don't act at all like victims? Well, they may not be a narcissist. That's more borderline. A narcissist will do that too. They might be a sociopath, psychopath. They aren't a victim. They don't care. Okay? So, and there's also spectrums of everything. I just made a video last week about the narcissist spectrum. Not every narcissist is going to pretend like the victim. At all. Not every borderline is going to be a victim. Okay? Spectrum. Don't forget, I have borderline traits. I have psychopath traits. I have narcissistic traits. So if you see me do one thing, you can't judge me on one thing, one action, one behavior. Okay? That's all. If I missed anyone's questions, I apologize. I'm not doing it on purpose. Just ask me again, okay? If there was some question that I answered that maybe I got it wrong or I didn't answer it completely or it doesn't make sense, just ask me again. I do not mind at all. If you didn't understand, somebody else didn't understand. And just you not understanding is enough for me, okay? I have no problem going over this stuff. That's what this is about, you guys. We're going to go over it, and over it every week until you get it, until you understand. Until you leave these people alone and you start making healthier choices. Start being healthy, okay? Thank you, all of you. If you guys could do me a huge favor, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys could take any of my videos, one you like, this one, or some other video you think is really helpful, put it out there and just kind of let people see it, because there's a ton of people out there that need this information. A ton of people that are suffering at the hands from someone that just hurt you. Same as somebody that hurt you. They're suffering just like you suffered, and they don't have the information. They don't know what's going on. So let's get them in that information, okay, before they fucking kill themselves, okay? All right? So if you could put this video, other videos, in forums, social medias, groups, support groups, all that. Suggest this stuff. Get it out there. Thank you so much. Vote for me. Vote thumbs down or thumbs up. Comment. Ask me a question. I'll help you out, okay? Thank you, all of you. I love you all. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye. Danny Dog Productions.